Oh, get out of the way, speaker. There we go. There we go. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Monday Night Raw, or Alone Night Raw. I'm Michael Cole, here with Sailor Moon and with Montel Vertadius Porter. And today on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Night Raw, we are going to see, we're going to see, well, I don't know what we're going to see here today, but I hear it's going to be a good show, Michael Cole said. Yes, it is, Sailor Moon says. It's going to be a good good show here today, and I hope it will be. I tell you one thing, Michael and Sailor Moon, it is going to be a good show, and we got some new folks showing up here in the toy wrestling gathering, Montel Vertadius Porter says, and it's going to be great. I am Santos Escobar, and I am the leader of the kin known as the Saga of the Ghost. I have Angel Garza with me, and I have Andrade Cien with me. And at the end of the day, you're looking at the new take of the Saga of the Ghost. Now, we do know that there's one thing that I have wanted to do in my whole time as a skilled wrestler. My goal was, when I went from NXT to SmackDown, was to be the WWE 4-1 Rights fighter and do what Conan and Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio and Alberto Del Rio and Andrade Cien did before me. And sadly, that didn't happen. So, I'm going to call someone out, and I know whoever I'm going to call out, that I'm going to have a fun time beating them up. Because you know what? The Street Farseers, or speakers, aren't the only newest team around here. You got Angel Garza, former WWE NXT light heavyweight fighter. You got Andrade Cien, former WWE NXT heavyweight fighter, former WWE 4-1 Rights fighter. And you got me, former WWE NXT light heavyweight fighter, Santos Escobar. So, who's going to be the man who's going to get beat up by the Saga of the Ghost? I don't think, Angel Garza says, Santos, I don't think anyone wants to deal with us. I don't think anyone is bold enough to dare, to fight us. And if they do, well, they got a death wish, And if they do, sadly, we all know they got a death wish if they want to fight us. Hey! I need someone to team up with. Then by all means, I got a death wish, R-Truth says. Because me and Shark Boy over here, and me and Steve Austin over here, we want to fight you too. First off, R-Truth, I am not Steve Austin, I'm the Shark Boy, who plays as Stone Cold Steve Austin, or Stunning Steve Austin, or the Utmost Overstar Steve Austin. R-Truth, we're going to walk in there, we're going to open a can of a rear whoop on someone, and stuff a motto in the rear and we'll walk it dry. And if you want to see that, give me oh hell yeah, clam yeah, whatever that means. You're both crazy, do you know that? Santos Escobar says, R-Truth, Shark Boy. You both know you're crazy, right? But alright, You want to get beat up? That's your business. Oh! And we just seen Angel Garza beat up and take down Shark Boy. And we've seen Andrade Cien just beat up R-Truth. And that's what you get when you fuck with the Saga of the Ghost. Well, it doesn't look like, that they are, it doesn't look like, that anyone's going to be giving Santos Escobar, Angel Garza, and Alberto and Andrade Cien any on-look anytime soon, Sailor Moon goes. Michael Cole says, that's right. No one's going to be on-looking them for what they said or what they did in the ring here today, Sailor Moon says. No, they're not. Hey, Shark Boy. R-Truth. Are you both alright? Yeah. So, Angel Garza and Andrade Cien both want to be teaming up with Santos Escobar, and they want to start their start here by beating up on R-Truth and Shark Boy, or whatever. That's not happening. Andrade Cien, Angel Garza, you're both coming in this ring, and you're having your matches with Shark Boy and R-Truth, or forgive me, Stone Cold Shark Boy and R-Truth. And Ecliptor says, we'll see how strong and how mighty the Saga of the Ghost truly is. Ecliptor goes, and I say, you're going to do it now, Astronema says. Shit, stand up. And you're going to do it now. This match happens now. Well, we heard from Astronema, or Corone, or whatever you want to call her, Michael Cole says. We're going to see Andrade Cien and Angel Garza taking on R-Truth and Shark Boy, or Stone Cold Shark Boy, here today on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Night Raw, Michael Cole says. I'll say right now, Montel Vertadius Porter says, Astronema, Corone, whatever you want to call her, she's throwing her weight around, and someone needs to do something about it. Telling Angel Garza and Andrade Cien they have to wrestle and fight here today. Well, Sailor Moon said, you ever hear that saying, don't do the sin, or don't do the misdeed, unless you don't want to do the time. And sadly, Andrade Cien and Angel Garza do not want. They want to do the sin, they want to do the misdeed, but they don't want to do the time. Sailor Moon says, well, I'll tell you the one thing. Andrade Cien and Angel Garza were a tag team, and Angel Garza's first run in WWE, when he went from NXT to Raw, and they didn't get along very well. And right now, R-Truth just body slammed. The truth is that when he went from NXT to SmackDown and then to Raw, then that's when they both teamed up in his first run. And R-Truth right now taking care of Angel Garza, who is the son of Hector Garza, a well-known wrestler in his own right, who wrestled in AAA and WCW and ECW and WWF and some other ones. Michael Cole says, a body slam from R-Truth to Angel Garza. Well, I don't really think Angel learned anything from his father when it came to having on-look. I think he's been a creep ever since that day. Forgive Angel Garza because he went from NXT to Raw and then to SmackDown, but he hasn't really shifted that much. and Andrade Cien body slammed R-Truth. And this man right here is a former WWE NXT heavyweight fighter. And a former WWE 4-1 Rex fighter is Andrade Cien. Well, that's true. That is true. A backbreaker, Michael Cole says. That is true, Montel Vertadius Porter says. It would be like saying that I'm a former 2-time WWE 4-1 Rex fighter and a former WWE SmackDown Tag Team fighter with Matt Hardy. And R-Truth, and that'd be telling the truth. And now, Shark Boy in the ring right now. But now he's wrestling Shark Boy, Montel Vertadius Porter says, and he thinks he's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He thinks he's stunning Steve Austin. He thinks he's the utmost overstar Steve Austin. But he's neither of those offshoots of Steve Austin, Montel Vertadius Porter says. Shark Boy just stunnered and body slammed Andrade Cien, who is in a bind now. You know? And Andrade Cien, you know, just brings back in Angel Garza, the former WWE NXT light heavyweight fighter. And he fought everything under running lead. And Shark Boy just gave him the stunner too. Looked under Santos Escobar. He just hit down Shark Boy out of nowhere, Michael Cole says. Like a weakling, Sailor Moon says. He just beats up out of nowhere, hits Shark Boy from behind, and letting Angel Garza do his hold to him. And it looks like this match is over, Michael Cole says, because a weakling like Santos Escobar had to hit Shark Boy from behind. I don't care if you're from TNAW or AEW, no one should be getting hit from behind, Sailor Moon goes. And R-Truth wants to come in and stop it, and Andrade just dropped R-Truth where he laid, Michael Cole says. Hey, you snooze, you lose, Montel Vertadius Porter said. You gotta have eyes in the back of your head. You gotta be standing in the swivel. 1, 2, 3. You got eyes in the back of your head, Montel Vertadius Porter says. You don't know wherever your foes will strike. Well, here is your winners. Angel Garza and Andrade Cien. And Santos Escobar, Angel Garza, and Andrade Cien know that the only grounds to why they won their match here today was thanks to Santos Escobar, the former WWE NXT light heavyweight fighter in his own right. You know? And they didn't get there by their own hard work, Michael Cole says. They had help. Yeah, Sailor Moon says, it's sad when you got folks like, you know, Angel Garza and Alberto and Andrade Cien, who are skilled wrestlers in their own right, but they can't win matches without someone helping them. Sailor Moon says. Sailor Moon goes, I tell you one thing, Michael and Serena, or Michael and Sailor Moon. Angel Garza, Andrade Cien, and Albert and Santos Escobar, they will be a team to be reckoned with here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering. Montel Vertadius Porter says, isn't that wonderful? Well, I guess so. We're going to take it away now, Michael Cole says, to Mike Today. Thank you, Michael Cole. I'm going to be talking with Alberto. I'm going to be talking with Santos Escobar, Angel Garza, and Andrade Cien, who are not really doing anything to make their fellow Mexicanish folk look good. Alright, Santos Escobar, we know that you are a two-diff lifetime. Your father, who wrestled in the past as the Ghost, and you were carrying on his name by calling your team the Saga of the Ghost, but I don't think anyone will be happy with what you did. Do you think I give a shit what anyone in Mexicanish land thinks of me, or the 4-1 Reichs, or the settled land, or Greenland, or whatever land? No, I don't. You see, I am Santos Escobar. I happen to be the son of one not well known, less known, skilled wrestler to ever come from Mexicanish land. My father, Corral Escobar, who wrestled as the Ghost. And when I started wrestling, I called my team the Saga of the Ghost out of onlook for my father. Well, I don't know if your father would be happy to see how his son has been behaving in the wrestling ring and hanging out with 2 other wrestlers like Angel Garza and, Andrade Cien. Angel Garza and Andrade Cien can speak for themselves, Mike, today. Well, Angel Garza, we all know your father, Hector Garza, who wrestled in AAA and in WCW and WWF and ECW and WWA before he withdrew from wrestling. How do you think he would feel to know how you behave in a wrestling ring? I don't really know what my father would think of how I wrestled. But you see, my father never really did as much. Alright, yes, my father did win the WWE light heavyweight winnings sundry times before the WWF, ended up taking it. But that's it. But I have done a lot more than what my father did. Is that right, Angel? Because all you did was become the former WWE NXT light heavyweight fighter. So I don't know. Hey, that's my first goal when I went from NXT. When I went on Raw, I fought my near kin, Alberto Carrillo. And then I went on SmackDown. Well, sooner or later, now me and Andrade, we don't really get along very well, but we're going to make this offshoot the Saga of the Ghost. And Andrade, you've been working on your English. Yes, I've been working on my English as a 2-disc speech, and I put in the time. But let me tell you something. I am working with Santos Escobar and Angel Garza to make the show that I am the shit. That we are the shit. Forget about what Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio did, or what Savio Vega did, or what Conan did, or what Alberto Del Rio did, or what, Tino Santana did. Forget about all those, wrestlers, or what Pedro Morales did. It's what we are doing. It is what the Saga of the Ghost is doing. And we will run and lead the toy wrestling gathering one way or another. Well, that's my talk with, Santos Escobar, Angel Garza, and Andrade Cien. Back to you, Michael Cole. Thank you, Mike, today for talking with Andrade Cien, Angel Garza, and Andrade Cien. That's all the time we got here for Monday Night Raw. I, Michael Cole, Sailor Moon, and Montel Vertadius Porter. We hope you like Monday Night Raw or Alone Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT.